and see all these great, wonderful faces, all these folks, all of you have been so helpful. I want to thank you and take this opportunity to just thank you for your support and friendship. And certainly I've been honored and deeply humbled to represent Oakland County over the last 2 years in the U.S. Congress. And we're still waiting for the final numbers. So I don't have a final number count for you, but all I can tell you is the numbers are looking really good. Cautiously optimistic. We may be here late. But I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody because I know it's getting late and it could be a lot later before we get those final numbers. But I wanted to thank you. You know, during this whole campaign, there's been a lot of noise around this election, but we needed to cut through that noise and talk about what this campaign has been about, which is about standing up for middle-class families. It's about standing up for our small businesses that are the job creators to make sure that they get the resources that they need. This campaign has been about standing up for those folks that want to continue to ship jobs overseas and say that when it comes to government policies like tax breaks, they should only go to companies that invest in American workers. This campaign has been about innovation. It's about taking the incredible resources that we have in our great state and know that Michigan will continue to be a world leader when it comes to economic growth and that our people will continue to prosper. And the thing that really brought me into this election, actually 2 years ago, was that no matter how difficult our life is, no matter the challenges that we face, that our children will always have a better life than what we had. That has got to be our focus. That's been our focus in the campaign, and that is my commitment to you. That is what I'm going to fight for every single day. That message was not just me saying it, it was all of you. It was all of the volunteers, all of the staff that went out there who walked door to door, made phone calls, talked to neighbors, sent emails, all of you playing critical roles in the campaign and those conversations that we had one-on-one with people. I want to take this opportunity to thank a few key members of my team who gave so much of themselves over the past few months. First and foremost, I want to recognize my campaign manager, Dan Farrow. Dan's strategic vision and leadership was critical to get us today. Dan, thank you so much. I also want to thank Hi Saffron. Hi, where are you? Hi Saffron and the entire finance team made this all possible. I'm sure you got a lot of calls from a lot of us over the past few months, and with all of your help, we're able to have the resources necessary to run a very strong campaign. And I've got to thank a guy who has been working 24/7 in the field, Alan Foshnock. Alan, where are you? Led the team with our field operation. A lot of my field operation is right here, and they reached out, knocking doors, picking up the phone, walking, talking, and talked to 200,000 households in the United States. I'd also like to thank some of my senior leadership team, Eric, Diana Groom, Jonathan Smith, where are you? Great, thank you so much for all that you did. and everybody that worked on the team. And I get in trouble if I start making all the names, so I can see all of you, everybody that put all of that work. But I've got to thank really the most important person, somebody that I just could not have done any of this, and that is my beautiful wife, Colleen. Colleen's really been my, that rock that's been through everything. And she can also work a room better than anybody I know too. So she has just been an incredible asset that couldn't have done it without her. And when you're in a campaign, as much as it impacts certainly all of our lives, I want to thank people that have that have been impacted day in and day out in ways that make it very tough. And that's my children. Thank you, Alana, Madeline, Gary Sr. I'm also blessed to have my parents, Herb and Madeline Peters, here. Raul and Kathy Ochoa, my in-laws. My sister Gigi's here, and her family. And again, I just, this race is, again, we're waiting for the final numbers, but again, it looks very, very good. And to be on the edge right now, tonight, and to be so close to this, and as we know, it hasn't necessarily been a real good night for a lot of my colleagues who have run. So we have really pushed against a very strong wave that came against us. And the way we were able to do that was because each and every one of you in this room, you put in your heart and soul. You believed in what we were standing up for. You believed in fighting for middle-class families. You believed in making a better Michigan and a better Oakland County. And it is because of all your work, all of your sacrifice, and your tireless efforts that we're here tonight. And I humbly say thank you, and God bless all of you.